Students, this is Shushankar Tale from Government Engineering College Bikaner Mechanical Department. In last lecture we have studied the compound compressor with intercooling. That is, the multiple compressor are used to improve the COP, or we can say that to reduce the compressor work. Whatever the amount of energy work energy required to run the compressor, that you have to reduce, because for the improvement of the COP of the refrigeration system. Okay, in last lecture we have derived the one equation, that is P5 equal to square root of P2 P3. Okay, P2 P3. This equation is derived on the basis of the ideal gas equation. We have used the concept ideal gas equation. This is exact value of P5 when we can say that the refrigerant used in the refrigerant system is ideal gas, but here we are using the refrigerant, that is not the ideal gas, so we cannot use a ideal gas equation. So the exact value of P5, or the intermediate pressure or the intercooling pressure, is not exactly equal to the P2 square root of P2 P3. You can say that near about of this value. That we'll see how we'll take the near about by taking some example. Here I am taking one example, that is numerical. Here the TA means that evaporator temperature is minus 30 degree, TC is condenser temperature is 50 degree Celsius, and refrigerant used in this particular refrigeration system is 134 A. Okay, at the evaporating temperature the evaporator pressure is 0.8434 bar. You can see from the steam table of this refrigerant, that is PC equal to, or the condenser pressure at the condenser temperature, that is 13.179 bar. Okay, now for calculation of P5 equal to square root P2 P3, you can, that is the square root of 0.8434 into 13.179 equal to 3.33 bar. This exact value of P5 is the 3.335 bar, but this is the ideal condition. Okay, for the simplification on the indication of for notation on the pH charts, here we have to use the pH chart of this particular refrigerant from the refrigerant chart. If you see the refrigerant chart, you can ideally, or for simplification, you can represent a 3 bar as an intermediate pressure. That is, here the at 0.5 you can represent, first represent this all cycle by taking these temperatures. Okay, and you have to draw the process from 2 to 5 by taking this pressure. Okay, now here we will see the difference between without intercooling or without compound compressor, or with intercooling. That will see what is the difference occurs in the COP. Okay, that is the original cycle without intercooling, the cycle is 1 2 3 4, or we can say when there is a intercooling is there, or the multiple compressors are used. Here the compressor process, first compressor process takes place from 2 to 5, then from 5 to 6 the intercooling is takes place, the 6 point where the temperature of 6 is equal to the initial temperature when there is entering into the compressor, that is T6 equal to T2. Okay, and then the second compressor takes place from the point 6 to 7. Okay, that with intercooling the cycle comes 1 2 5 6 7 4 1 for the completion of cycle. Now see the pH chart of this particular refrigerant. For representing of this point from pH chart of 134A refrigerant, you will get the value H2, that is at the which temperature you will get this value, that is the evaporator temperature. Okay, TE. H2 you will get the 380 kilojoule per kg. H4 and H1 is equal because this is a expansion process from process 4 to 1, that is isenthalpic process, is nothing but the enthalpy is same, that is H4 equal to H1. You will get from that refrigerant chart 271 kilojoule per kg, and you will get the H3, that is 445 kilojoule per kg, and you have to find out the enthalpies at 0.5, 6 and 7 from this chart also. Okay, here you will get the H5 equal to 410 kilojoule per kg, H6 400 kilojoule per kg, and H7 428 kilojoule per kg. You can see these values from the refrigerant chart. You can use whenever you follow this lecture, please bring with you, that is the refrigerant chart. Okay, and follow the refrigerant chart of this particular refrigerant, that is 134A. Now we'll see this calculation. This is left side calculation, that is the without intercooling or the without using of the multiple compressors. That is the refrigerant effect is the, you know, that H2 minus H1 is 380 minus 271, you will get the 109 kilojoule per kg refrigerant effect in the evaporator. Now for calculation of work done, here that is without intercooling, you will get the work done H3 minus H2. The value comes, work done on the compressor is 65 kilojoule per kg. Now COP is nothing but refrigerant effect upon the work done on the compressor. Now you will get the values of COP is 1.677. Here right side calculation, if you see this with the intercooling or by using the multiple compressors. Here when you are using the multiple compressor, there is no effect on the refrigerating or whatever the energy extracted by the evaporator, that is RE is the same. Only here change the work done on the compressor. The first compressor work done, that is H5 minus H2, and then the plus second compressor, that is H7 minus H6. This work plus this, you will get, this is a total work, that is the this H5 minus H2 is work done by first compressor, H7 minus H6 work done by the second compressor. And now addition of these two work done, you will get the total work done on the compressor, or the total work energy consumed by the compressor. Compressors are used in that particular refrigeration system. Okay, here you will get the value total work done. If you do the calculation, you will get the values, that is 58 kilojoule per kg. Now compare these two values, without intercooling or the with intercooling. Without intercooling, you will get the work done by on the compressor is 65, and without intercooling you will get the value 58 kilojoule per kg. Now see the COP value. COP, you will get the value of COP with intercooling 1.879, means here the COP is increased. Okay, when you are, now you can calculate the how much amount of percentage of COP is increased for particular this numerical. You will get the answer 12% COP is increased. Means this, you cannot say how much percent of COP is increased, but for here I have calculated for particular this problem. Okay, but there is some amount of COP will be increased by using the multiple compressors with the intermediate cooling. Okay, that will prove with by using this particular example. Okay, thank you students. Now in next lecture we will discuss the multiple evaporators. Okay, by using multiple evaporator, what is the effect on COP, that we'll see in the next lecture. Okay.